Hello, everyone. This is Adam Meister, the Bitcoin Meister, the Disrupt Meister. Welcome to the One Bitcoin Show. Today is March the 1st, 2018. It's already March. Do you have a strong hand, long-term thinking? Bitcoin crypto dividend home, baby. All right, check out the notes section below. We got links to everything I talk about in this video and the promotion for the Los Angeles event on April 17th. Got into a new gear. You can sign up for that event below, but also linked to below is a video that Anders, who's in charge of the Century City group, Bitcoin group, we did an interview earlier. It's up there. It's linked to below. You can also see that disruptmeister.com where you can see all of my videos. That's a link to below. So now it is 11:35 at night on the East Coast, back in Baltimore, Maryland. I'm in Darwin, Australia, where it's the middle of the day. But at 11 a.m. Eastern time on Friday, which is less than 12 hours, it's This Week in Bitcoin on this very channel. And yes, that is at 4 p.m. London time on Friday. And I say London time because Simon Dixon will be joining us from London. I think he's in England, visiting England. That's where he's from originally. He lives in Hong Kong now. But Simon Dixon is going to be on the This Week in Bitcoin show on this very channel tomorrow. And guess who else is going to be on? Ansel Lindner. And guess who else is going to be on? Juan Galt. If Juan Galt shows up, because he's pretty laid back. Who knows what he's doing down in Mexico, if he's going to show or not. And it's funny. Juan asked me, Juan's like, what are we going to talk about? And I said, I don't know what we're going to talk about, actually, because I said Simon is just going to, Simon's going to open the show. He's going to talk about a bunch of things, and we're just going to play it by ear from there. And that is exactly what we're going to do because Bitcoin's been pretty boring lately. I mean, what's been going on with Bitcoin? It's been great. There hasn't been this week in Bitcoin. It's been a pleasure. We've gotten to focus on our crypto dividends and do some other things. No one has been flooding Bitcoin majorly. The price has been going up slowly, and we need weeks like this because there are people out there who are like, oh, it's too volatile. Now, I think that's a lame excuse, but you could tell them, well, look at that week, the last week in February that turned into March in 2018. That was like a laid-back week, man. It was like Snoop Dogg in 1993. Pound that like button. And no, I don't like Snoop Dogg now. But, the music, when you were a little kid and you used to hear the rap music, that 80% type of stuff. You had 80% type of mentality when you were a little dude and stuff. And you like that. So that's why I go back to Snoop Dogg. But no, he doesn't know what he's talking about. If he got into cryptocurrency, that would be great. So the 80%ers could find out about it. Anyway. That's one of my little sidetracks right there. Tune in tomorrow. But yeah, Bitcoin's been boring, and that's great. That's we need weeks like this. But hey, it can't be like a roller coaster every single week. Although, as I have said, we're going to have roller coaster days. We're going to have roller coaster weeks. You've got to have a strong hand. But on weeks like this, it's pretty easy to have a strong hand, isn't it, people? I mean, no excuses to not have a strong hand this week. Come on, man. But no, we're going to have days where it crashes $1,000 and $2,000. I mean, I've gone over this before. Prepare yourself, but look forward to the Bitcoin halving. I actually mentioned that in my interview with Anders today. And again, if you're in the Los Angeles area, watch that video. Get pumped. The tone of that video is going to be the tone of the Los Angeles event on April 17th. You can get tickets linked to below and also check out that preview video that is linked to below. Anders is an awesome dude out in Los Angeles. And yeah, Vortex is going to speak a few weeks after I am. So he's bringing the best of, and Tone has spoken in Los Angeles. He's bringing the best of the best. And yeah, in South Africa, Johannesburg, I'm going to be speaking live and in person with Lorian Gamaroff at Matt Brown's event in Johannesburg, March the 7th. That's Wednesday coming up. And Tone will be simulcasted in from America, but in Los Angeles and in Johannesburg and in Boulder on April 25th. I am going to stay till the very end, answer everybody's darn questions, hang out with the people. It's awesome. These one-on-one events are just great type of events. But hey, most of you don't want to hear about that right now, so let's move on to Well, anyway, we've been talking a lot about Z Classic lately, and I said, yeah, on yesterday's show, it's worthless. That it's even at $30 is amazing. That they're whoever was buying it then, I feel bad for them. And of course, now the Z Classic wallet was opened back up on Bittrex, and of course now the price is under $10. It's under 0.1% of a Bitcoin now, and it's basically back to where it was, before December the 26th. And in yesterday's video, by the way, I don't know if I mentioned this, but if you watch yesterday's video, which was a long hour-long video of mine, linked to below is my famous December 26th video. Underneath that video, I didn't link to it in this video, but my December 26th video from the Tucson airport, which is now legendary type of stuff in the history of Bprivate. And you know what? I forgot to do something right before this show. Fork.io. Those guys sent me an update. They emailed me an update, and I wrote to myself, I'm like, Adam, you got to talk about the Fork.io update, new features. And I didn't even read the email, so I'm just going to read it like this. Hey, just to let you know, we just turned a bunch of new features. We researched over 40 exchanges for coin support, fees, know your currency, know your customer requirements and all that. And we have information available and filterable and a new tab, cross-linked. I mean, I'm reading this right now. Also, we did a big upgrade on the table functionality, a lot easier. Okay, also, we opened up discussion thread under every coin and exchange. We will definitely be on the Bprivate beat over the next couple weeks. Make sure we have good up-to-date information. They're going to make sure that on the exchange support. Okay, great. Fork.io is at forkdrop.io. Oh my God, did I just butcher that? It's linked to below, forkdrop.io. I just read and learned about their update just with you. So, hey man, there's all these sites that talk about the crypto dividends. They're very proactive in contacting me. They're trying to be in motion. So, hey, check them out. Thank you for that update. And hey, you just saw live on the air, Adam learning stuff. And it's always great to be learning. That's what you should try to take away from every video about Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. Just try to learn something every video. There's so many great content. There's some bad content producers out there, but there's some great 20%ers out there too. And just try to learn on channels like these. So people are like, how much is the Bprivate going to be worth? Yeah, I don't know, but one thing that I have brought up in the past, Zcash is around $400. So everyone is basic, and Z Classic was a fork of Zcash without the founder's fee, and Bprivate is a fork of Z Classic. So basically, every Bitcoin holder is going to get their own Bitcoin version of Zcash. Zcash is currently around $400. Extrapolate from there, people. Extrapolate from there. They're less Zcash than they're going to be Bprivate. There's going to be more marketing to Bprivate. Who knows? Who knows what it could be? I think a Bitcoin version of Zcash. Let's all agree it should be worth more than worth more than Zcash. So Bprivate should, because we are the 5% crew here. All right. And thank you to the people out there who were saying, yes, Bprivate should be 5% of a Bitcoin. Let's make it 5% of the Bitcoin. Let's hold our Bprivates. People were developing strategies and stuff. And some people were like, well, if Bcash was 12% of a Bitcoin, then Bprivate should be worth more than that. Sure, whatever. Say it. Spread the word. Again, this is a child of Bitcoin. We love all the friendly fork children of Bitcoin. We love all the friendly fork Bitcoin children, whoever. And Close One just sent me, he just sent me 0.009040 Bitcoin, which is $100. But I care about it being 0.009040 Bitcoin. Thank you, Close One, for reminding the world to value your wealth in Bitcoin and for that very generous donation in the super chat. Everyone, pound that like button, check out the link section below, subscribe to this channel, and value your wealth in Bitcoin like clearly Close One does. And Close One, thank you. Thank you for everything. And I see above that, Peter Lambert, who's an Australian, says plenty of rain in the tropics. Dude, it is about to rain here, and we need it to rain because the humidity is just has been insane. I ran 4.8 miles earlier in the morning. I was a little late because of the Andrews interview. I had to delay my run. I was bathed in gross sunscreen. I don't like to put chemicals like that on me, but sometimes you got to do this. Sun in Australia. I don't know how you dudes do it, and the dudes in Australia are of a much fairer complexion than I am. So they need this sunscreen in this type of sun, but it looks like there's going to be a mega storm soon. So, hey, I have enjoyed my time in Darwin, Australia. People of Australia, keep up your good Bitcoin work here, man. Keep it up. I will return again. And again, I will be leaving for South Africa on Sunday, and I'm excited to return to South Africa, obviously. I'm excited about all of you. I'm excited about Bitcoin. I'm excited about the Bprivate thing. And again, we're getting it for free. Let's pump it up. Let's spread the word. They're doing the marketing on their side. Us 5%ers. Oh God, I come up with all sorts of terms to it. Us 5%ers are going to do the some marketing too on Twitter. So again, copy me at TechBalt, TechBalt. If you're pumping up the Bprivate, if you're spreading the good word about this crypto dividend. I see 21 million is in the chat too. Yeah, I just peeked into the chat. I'd like to say hi to my friends. 21 million is the 21 Million Club is a great guy down in Mexico. Daniel, he is such an awesome dude, and you guys got to check out his channel. Speaking of good content producers, and he's producing stuff in Spanish too, which is just marvelous work to spread. And Juan God will be on tomorrow, and maybe he'll say he's done some Spanish videos with 21 million. I mean, this community is awesome. People are like, why are you dropping names, Adam? I am dropping hardcore community members. I'm not about, these are the guys that have been in it for a while, and I am proud to be associated with dudes like 21 Mil, Simon Dixon, Ansel Lindner, obviously, Juan Galt. Juan Galt has been around libertarianism since before Bitcoin. And that's a dude that's been on and I don't agree with Juan Galt and everything, but he's a good dude. He is a great dude. All right, that's stuff we didn't talk about. That wasn't planned there. All right. So also, follow Bprivate at their Twitter, which is linked to below. I mean, it's that simple. You can just retweet their tweets, and people find out about, well, what is this thing called Bprivate? What is this friendly fork? I hadn't heard of it yet, because Bitcoin holders gotta hear about it. Everybody in Z Classic land already knows about it. My God, and a lot of traders already know about it. And the key is here's some Binance news here. So Binance, I retweeted Binance, or I have a tweet from Binance. I think I retweeted this too. Binance is happy to announce a 50% reduction in Bitcoin withdrawal fees effective immediately. Bitcoin withdrawal fees are only 0.0005 Bitcoin. All right, that's awesome, Binance. We need more options in we definitely need more trading options or buying options for Bitcoin. And if you're in altcoins, for that also, after the whole Bittrex thing, the more the merrier. Bprivate is trying to get on the Binance. For Bprivate to be successful, they're going to have to be listed on major exchanges like Binance. And so, I mean, that's huge. That's huge. So we get, this first week, we're going to see, can Bprivate team, it's centralized. All crypto dividends are centralized. One of their main things is get onto big exchanges. So that big exchange, Binance, just announced that there's if you're trading whatever on there, they've got some discounts. So there's some double Binance news. And again, it is known that Bprivate applied for Binance. Let's see if they get put on there. If they get put on there, it's going to be huge. It's going to be huge. So if you're a crypto dividend, to stay ahead of the pack, you're going to have to deal with the centralized third-party trading sites. Okay, let's move on here. A crypto Medici who has been on This Week in Bitcoin numerous times. One of his tweets that I liked and is linked to below. First adopters are always heavily rewarded. It's just life. You cannot complain about a system that has rewarded those that found the system first. The risk to be a first adopter is great. There you go, people. That sums up a lot. That sums up Bitcoin. It sums up some of these crypto dividends. All right, Trezor has an announcement out there. It's linked to below. Their interface has a new look. It's been updated. It looks really cool, dude. Hey, yeah, they're innovating over there on Trezor. They have a list. They have some altcoins you can store there too. I mean, that defines what the top tier altcoins are. I mean, BGold is one of the top tier altcoins they have on there. And you like it or not, Bcash, Ethereum. But so check out that link below. Have a Trezor. Control your private keys, people. That's my favorite storage device. That's my favorite one. Okay, and look, Full-Time Geek. I haven't seen that name for a while. Is in my live chat right now. He says first person to share their Steemit handle will receive 3 Steem. This dude is, I mean, he is the biggest Steemit dude in the world. This video right now is live on Steemit, by the way, Full-Time Geek. So I'm talking about you. People are watching Steemit, and it's like it's one big circle. And it's getting bigger and bigger. Yeah, so Steemit is great for if you're a content producer. You get paid this thing called Steemit and Steam-backed dollars. You can turn it into Bitcoin. Alex Jones should join. People, everybody should join it because it's going to increase the use of cryptocurrency and Bitcoin in the long run. And all these people who complain that they're not getting paid by YouTube, just don't sit there. Be in motion. Join Steemit. You get paid in this cryptocurrency. All right, pound that like button if you like to be in motion, people. Hey, my boy Chris Gilliard, I'm pronouncing your name right. He sent me a Medium post. He should post that thing on Steemit, dude. Chris, come on. But it's about it's a flashbacky type of post because it's from January and it's about Bprivate. He's a big fan, and he on Twitter where I'm at TechBalt, TechBalt. He and I go back and forth sometimes. He's great. And I am Bitcoin Meister on Steemit, by the way. Now, I'm not going to talk about that. So let's talk about Hawaii real quick. When I talked about Hawaii yesterday, people were like, dude, Adam, there's a problem there. There's a bigger problem there. Here it is. You mentioned Hawaii in your video cast. In Hawaii, there is a newly proposed horrible legislation that came out in late January and is rapidly and successfully making its way through committee. The main bill is House Bill 2257. So, okay, everyone, we're going to be against this House Bill 2257. Come on, Hawaii people, fly me in for a demonstration. I'll rally everybody. I'd love to come back to Honolulu, by the way. And I will be in the West Coast a lot this spring. But there's more. Kona Chuck, who is a big fan, he adds a summary of the bill as follows. Extends the Money Transmitters Act to expressly apply to persons engaged in the transmission of virtual currency. Requires a license dealing with virtual currency to provide a warning to a customer prior to entering into agreement with the consumer. Effective July 1st, 2050. I don't know if 2050 was a typo. The guy, Konachuk says it probably was. It probably means 2018. But there are no details in that summary about allowing people to trade person to person in small amounts below a certain threshold. I see that people in New York are still trading on local Bitcoins, although they might be breaking the law in doing so. I just don't really know. I don't know what is wrong with Hawaii legislators. Probably just doing as they're told by their sponsors and donors. Yeah, they probably are because they don't understand this at all. Most bureaucrats, most voted in people, legislators, whatever you want to call them, I don't want to give them, put them up on a pedestal or anything like that. They have no idea what they're talking about. They're trying to fix what is not broken here. Money transmission laws, just complicating things. Get your hands off of it. Repeal all Bitcoin laws on the books, Hawaii, and become a free state in terms of Bitcoin and cryptocurrency instead of this, what's going on where Coinbase is sort of handicapped and isn't there. And it's not that easy to use dollars to buy Bitcoin, apparently. So the summary of all of this is, yeah, we're against House Bill 2257. It shouldn't just blindly go through there. They're trying to fix what is not broken in Hawaii. And Hawaii is a beautiful place. Why make a paradise state into a nightmare for cryptocurrency? So maybe there'll be some send me more information, Hawaii people. I'd love to talk more and more about this, and of course hang out in Honolulu again. I'd really like to do that. All right, Gibby55, who I said I was gonna talk about yesterday, he left something, and this is a good point. Many people feel this way. I really think people are losing interest in these splits. We can't even get our hands on most of them. He's talking about crypto dividends. When we do, they've already been sold out to a price where they aren't worth much. It's just a hassle. The only splits that will do well are the only ones supported by exchanges and hardware wallets. Okay, dude, you make some points there. It has been frustrating. The crypto dividend process is very frustrating unless exactly what you said, that the exchanges are already prepared to sell it, and exchanges that we are familiar with, not these like Sons of Satoshi and all these things we never heard of. It's got to be on Binance. It's centralized type of stuff here, dudes. We're relying on third parties like Trezor, like these exchanges like Bittrex, and so they can hold people hostage. They can hold coins hostage. We're at a very early stage in cryptocurrency, in crypto dividends, and we have to be patient. We have to understand that the process will be easier. And, we can sit there and complain, and I am glad people are complaining. And there's nothing wrong with complaining, but we can be in motion also. I'm putting myself out there in the middle of this, and I'm trying to spread the word about these crypto dividends. I'm trying to encourage people, to encourage these centralized organizations to make this easier. So you can still tweet at Trezor and tell them, hey, I'm interested in this Bprivate thing, or you're interested in whatever you're interested in, Be Diamond, or make this easy for us. So it is very centralized. It is very frustrating right now, but let's be long-term thinkers. It's going to get easier, but also let's be in motion. Let's be proactive. Let's bang the drums on social media, Trezor. Let's say it's going to be worth 5% of a Bitcoin. So maybe the exchanges will be tempted to do it, and maybe Trezor will be more tempted to eventually do it. And again, the team behind Bprivate, freaking Rhett, people like to rip on Rhett. The dude went to MIT, okay? He's a smart dude. Let's do it. Let's make crypto dividends easier for everybody in the future. And I'm Adam Meister, the Bitcoin Meister, to Disrupt Meister. Don't get frustrated, people. Get in motion. Remember, subscribe to this channel, like this video, share this video, pound that like button. I will say hi to you guys in the chat. Bye-bye.